You ever wonder how Fallout got its start? With all this cut content, alpha builds of video games floating around out there, it's no secret that people love a peek at the past of their favorite games, so without further ado, I present to you the Fallout Genesis. In the 1980s, Steve Jackson Games released GURPS, the generic universal role-playing system. Its goal was simple but ambitious. One rule set that could support any genre: fantasy, sci-fi, historical drama, or post-apocalyptic survival, all using the same core mechanics. GURPS, or the Generic Universal Role-Playing System, is a tabletop RPG framework designed to run any genre using a single set of core rules. Created by Steve Jackson Games in the 1980s, it emphasizes point-based character creation instead of fixed classes, allowing players to build highly customized characters defined by skills, advantages, and flaws. Its mechanics focus on grounded probabilities and player choice, making it flexible enough to support everything from fantasy and science fiction to gritty post-apocalyptic settings. Proto Fallout Timeline 2052, The Resource Wars. Due to the dwindling supplies of oil, timber, and other natural resources, the modern nations begin a futile grab for the last precious drops of these last resources. Many less developed nations go bankrupt, and multiple civil wars spread like wildfire. With the UN dissolved, the USA closes its borders to the flood of immigrants and refugees. Europe and the Middle East begin a bloody war. Neighbor battles neighbor as tensions reach a critical point. 2053, The New Plague. As the nations of the world prepare for war, a new strain of socially transmittable virus begins to spread across the world. Rumors persist that it is genetically engineered. The first ever national US quarantine is placed in effect. Science struggles in its search for a cure. 2054, The Vaults. A small nuclear exchange in the Middle East brings the threat of nuclear war to the minds of citizens across the world. Not long after, the USA begins an ambitious project known as Project Safe House. Building in key populations in multiple areas of the USA, city-sized bomb shelters are to be built. The project progresses at an accelerated rate due to key advances in construction technology. 2057, the FEV1 virus. A small group of scientists located in Southern California are searching for a cure to the new plague, managed to genetically engineer a new virus. This designer virus, when introduced to an organism, would eradicate all other viruses in the host, while leaving the host unharmed. When tested on laboratory animals, the virus would stimulate the growth of brain tissue and increase its muscle mass. Prolonged exposure would lead to progressive enhancement. The virus was named FEV1, or Forced Evolutionary Virus 1. As a side note, it is stated the virus has unpredictable side effects when exposed to radiation. 2075, Playing God. The scientists working with the FEV began testing the virus in a human host. The experiments are conducted in small quarantine towns in the northern US. The scientists introduce the FEV into their systems. The subjects become healthier almost overnight as all cancers and other illnesses are broken down and devoured by FEV1. However, after 2 months, all this changes. The subjects experience abnormal brain tissue growths that cause insanity in many patients. Unusual deformities slowly follow. Some subjects experience either infertility or an extreme form of leprosy. Some even experience skeletal growth. The virus, which is carried by white blood cells, is found to actually latch itself on the host's DNA spiral, causing unpredictable and massive mutations. The scientists begin working on FEV2. 2076, The Panic. The news of the FEV experiments somehow leak. The information is slowly pieced together by the media. The governments of the world fear what the US is up to, speculating anything from creating a new breed of super soldier to the creation of Hitler's master race. The world powers begin to panic. 2077, Armageddon. It is not known which country pressed the button first. On October 23, 2077, dozens of 20-kiloton nuclear warheads are on their way to their targets in the US. The shelter drill sirens begin to wail. Many US citizens ignore the warning, believing it to be just another false alarm. The few that heed are sealed within their vault shelters. The Americans, unable to stop all the incoming missiles with their satellite defense systems, launch a counterstrike at the offending country. Other countries, seeing the US's missiles on their way, fire their warheads as well. What ensues is 2 hours of nuclear bombardment upon the Earth's surface. The effects are far worse than anyone imagined. The Earth's faults shift violently. California is ripped from the mainland. Mountain ranges are thrust themselves up through the soil. Whole lands are submerged under floods of water. A week after the initial blast, black rains begin to fall across the land, causing the rapid extinction of plants and animals. However, it is the unexpected that has the greatest effect upon the world. The military base that housed the FEV and its experiments, though all but obliterated, still housed many canisters containing the virus, and there they lie cracked and leaking into the air and soil. As the virus is swept into the wind, the radiation allowed it to thrive and multiply. Within a month, the virus is in every non-sealed water supply on the planet. A secret military base, which would also double as a vault, housing both soldiers and scientists, still remains intact, allowing the scientists inside to continue working on FEV2. 2080, the first effects. The first effects of the virus is seen in the survivors. Widespread mutations occur within the remaining human and animal populations. Those that survive are permanently changed by the virus. New species are created almost overnight.